Edward and Skarloey's big day out. It was a beautiful, bright summer. Edward was taking passengers to the seaside. In the summer holidays, Edward went there nearly every day. He loved seeing his passengers smile brightly when they saw the beautiful white sand and blue sea. This also makes Edward feel very happy. One day, Edward was heading to the works to deliver some spare parts. First, he went over Gordon's Hill, then he went to Henry's Forest, and finally, he went past Callan Castle. Edward dropped it off outside the works. As he was about to leave, he saw Skarloey, who looked very sad. "I have broken down. I was going to be sent to the works, but there's not enough room. So I had to wait," said Skarloey. "I needed to be mended as soon as possible as I got to take a VIP train tomorrow." Then Edward had an idea. "Why not you be mended at the works at Natford? I'm sure they have plenty of room and willing to help." "Please, sir," Edward asked the Think Controller, "may I take Skarloey to the works at Natford?" "Very well, but you must go straight there," said the Think Controller. "Yes, sir," said Edward. Skarloey was loaded onto a flatbed. The coupling on it is old, so they will have to be careful. Edward noticed Skarloey was still sad, and he wanted to cheer him up. "I'll show you some wonderful sights you've never seen on your railway. This will be your day out," Edward said cheerfully, and he puffed away, pulling his friend carefully behind him. They went past Callan Castle. "Isn't it wonderful?" Edward said proudly. "It's very nice, but we have a mountain on the railway," said Skarloey. "Then I'll show you Henry's Forest." They puffed through Henry's Forest, where they saw not only trees, but also flowery fields and green meadows. "It is very nice, but we had lots of green valleys, forests in the hills," said Skarloey. Edward felt sad. He wanted Skarloey to have a big day out. He had to find something Skarloey had never seen before. "I know, I'll show you from the view from the top of Gordon's Hill," Edward said. As Edward began to climb Gordon's Hill, the old flatbed's coupling creaked and groaned, but still Edward huffed and puffed as hard as he could. Then there was trouble. Just as he got to the top of the hill, the coupling came loose and Skarloey rolled backwards. "Help!" he cried. Edward did not notice and continued on coasting down the other side, while Skarloey swerved into a siding and hit the buffers. Fortunately, the flatbed did not come off the rails, but Skarloey was left badly shaken. Edward realized what happened and quickly returned to Skarloey. "Are you alright?" he asked. "I'm fine. Although I had to admit I quite enjoyed coasting down Gordon's Hill. Very steep, but even steeper than the ones in the hills." Edward was glad Skarloey was okay. Luckily, they brought along a spare coupling. Soon Edward's driver fastened it, and then when everything was ready, Edward set off towards the works at Natford. They had to pass the beach on the way to the works. Edward had to stop at the station to let Percy pass through. Skarloey looked out at the sea in the sun. There were sand castles, donkey rides, and children eating ice cream. It looked marvelous. "It's wonderful! I've never seen anything like that before," gasped Skarloey, who was so excited it made his axles tingle. Edward was surprised and delighted. "I see the beach almost every day," he said happily. Once Edward's path was clear, Edward arrived at the works. "I'll wait and take you back." "Thank you," said Skarloey. When he was prepared, Edward took Skarloey to look at the beach once again. "This is the best big day out ever," Skarloey said. Edward was delighted. Finally, Skarloey was happy to see at something that he had never seen before.